Sorry about that. Had someone unplugged our audio cable coming out of our box. But we are back 3-2 in this championship large school ball game. We have the Tulsa East Central girls versus the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers. Danielle Johnson, the big girl on the other side. Johnson with 2 in the paint. 5-2 now. 4:47 to go. I'm your host, Eric Shannon, along with my color guy, Brian Shows. Brian, let's talk about these two teams. Both very athletic. Tulsa East Central, super athletic, led by number 0, Tanasha Mitchell, the point guard. And then 32 Robinson down in the paint. 4A defending state champions on Fort Gibson. They've got a big order to fill right here.
Yeah, because East Central won 5A last year, so they're pursuing another championship themselves. This is a big-time atmosphere.
This is a real big-time game with the defending 5A and defending 4A champions.
The defensive intensity is amazing in this early part. This first 3 minutes, man, both teams have been really, really focused, locked in defensively.
So I've got to watch both of these teams play this week. And Fort Gibson, they didn't struggle in their game earlier in the week, but they looked out of sorts in the second half. Tulsa East Central, man, their speed is just incredible, led by that young lady right there, number 0, Mitchell. Now, she wasn't able to connect on the pass to Robinson, but, man, those two can put on a show.
Yeah, she's a handful. 0 there. I got a chance to watch her play. They played Noah last night, and she was a joy to watch.
Well, and I tell you what, you throw in number 4, Armstead, for the East Central Cardinals, and she's a pretty good defender. So this, I've been waiting for this matchup all week, and I'm excited to be calling this game tonight.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Whiteley jumper is going to roll in there. Zoe Whiteley, nice soft touch by the junior.
Both teams are running a version of a half-court trap, little zone trap, trying to keep the ball on one side of the floor.
Armstead throws one up, nice shot. So Journey Armstead has both buckets for the East Central Cardinals.
Man, let me tell you, that little elbow, she drove that elbow hard there, and that little pull-up, if she's going to hit that all night, I think Fort Gibson's just going to shake her hand and say, boy, that's a tough shot. You're going to have to hit that all night long.
Right, you know, that's kind of in that mid-range area, and Johnson, there's no reason for her to come way out there. That's one of those tweeners.
Yeah, that's a lost art in basketball now, that in-between game. Chris Paul still excels at it, but it's really a lost art. It's either a layup or a 3, all those metrics that you hear everything about. They've invaded not only baseball, but basketball now. It's got to be a 3 or a 2, a layup 2.
Zoe Whiteley has a bucket. She'll bring the Lady Tigers down.
Now, East Central's extended their half court. It's a 1-2-2 look.
And that's twice that Bailey London has stepped out of bounds on that backside. And they're going to bring in Emma Watson, or Emma Wofford. I did that all Thursday. I kept calling her Emma Watson. I guess I've watched too many Spider-Man movies.
A little subplot here. What's Reese Webb?
Reese Webb, I guess she has a walking boot.
Yeah,
and,
I saw that.
I guess we're not going to see her.
Oh, nice.
Armstead, another driving layup, so she has all 6 of the Tulsa East Central points.
East Central made a little tweak there. Instead of putting a big at the high post, they put a scorer there. And she put the ball on the floor once and went and finished.
And that was a jumper by Mallory Baker. Wouldn't find the hole and was tipped out by Danielle Johnson. Johnson, the 6'2" post player for the Lady Tigers. Three-point on the way, but it is off the rim, and that was taken by 15 of Blakely.
Nice.
Nice pass by Whiteley to Danielle Johnson.
You know, you hear all the time about, oh, those bigs have got to run the floor. Those bigs have got to run the floor, both in boys and girls. And sometimes.
Three-pointer on the way, off its mark.
Nice
Rebounded
rebound.
by Blakely, and a putback for two.
But to convince those bigs to run the floor, they've got to have a guard that will throw a head to them. When they know that, they don't mind running.
Mallory Baker couldn't get that layup to fall.
No, got her down low.
Going to call Zoe Whiteley for that foul. That's Whiteley's first foul. And that will send Mitchell to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one up and is good. Second one is up and good. So Mitchell has the Cardinals with a 1-point lead, 10-9. And Whiteley starts to dribble and penetrate, and I believe they're going to get Armstead on the foul.
The thing with a matchup like these two in a game like this, neither one of them are intimidated. You're not playing teams, you're playing programs. You know, the coaches have done such a good job. Of course, Coach Walker really got
Armstead
with Gibson going.
With a driving layup. Whiteley missed a three-pointer on the other end. And yeah, that's the thing is some nice tradition here. Three-pointer by 32.
And they are really getting after one another, because with these two schools, with the tradition, a lot of times teams that play them are beat before they ever start. These teams aren't backing down, man. No. They're going after one another.
They're going toe-to-toe, and I was going to make the comment earlier, but a lot of games, these two teams, in the first quarter, the game's over. Yeah. Three-pointer by Blakely. 15, 12, 9 seconds, 7 seconds. Zoe Whiteley, three-pointer, says, at the buzzer. Whiteley says, I see your three-pointer, and I match your three-pointer on the other end. But usually by the end of the first quarter, these two teams have already won the game. Here you can see Armstead driving, man, that floater right there. They've already won the game, so their second team's already on the floor by now.
Yeah, coaches love a game like this because you want to see how your kids respond.
Three-pointer right there you just saw by Kenzie London.
Watch how quick this release is. I mean, she gets it off quick.
Quick decision.
Feet are set when she catches, and it's up. Post, they came with a double. She looked opposite.
Nice.
Yep.
(15-15) into the first period. Tied up. Two very good programs doing battle here.
It's got a late March feel or a mid-March feel in the middle of January.
Yes. You know, what's great is Fort Gibson has not been in the Shrine Tournament in over 20 years, and here they are today coming back to the Shrine. Both girls and boys have made the championship game. Nice ball movement. Found the open man down low. That was Mallory Baker.
See, that's the key against a pressure defense is making the ball move. Let the ball find the shot instead of forcing shots.
Whiteley with a steal.
Oh, smart. That's good there.
Mitchell was driving. Too much. Rebound by Armstead.
Oh.
Nice dish, but couldn't finish there. Blakely couldn't get it to go. And I believe they're going to call.
I think that's on Whiteley there.
They're going to call Whiteley.
Yeah.
That'll be Whiteley's second. So Whiteley's second as she was trying to keep 32 Robinson out of the lane.
Short.
Three-pointer is off the mark, and that was Blakely. She said she looked at the coach and said she knew it was off.
She needed a break. She looks like she's having some trouble breathing.
Well, these girls have basically gone the last 9 minutes full tilt.
And Coach Pitts over there, man, I watched him last night. You can tell he loves what he's doing, Eric, man. He has fun doing this. Nice skip.
London three-pointer on the way, bounces off. Whiteley with the rebound on the backside, able to get the ball down in the middle to Hannah Johnson. And they're going to say when Baker went to the floor to get the ball, she was out of bounds, so that would be a turnover. Walford coming in for Baker. (17-15). Armstead
nice.
dishes off to the back door. To Mitchell. Mitchell finishes and will, no, excuse me, that was not Mitchell. That was Elliott, Journey Elliott, and Elliott will shoot another.
Coach London's taking a timeout here.
The foul was on Bailey London. That'll be the third team foul.
She's just late on the rotation there.
Two-story program, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. The score is tied 17-17, and Journey Elliott, who just came off the bench, will now go to the free throw line to try to add an extra point. And she gets it to fall. So East Central will have the lead 18-17. I didn't see what they called, Brian. Did you see what they said?
Yeah, it was. She bumped her down low when she got the ball.
That was on Rashawn Griffin of East Central, and that'll be the second team foul. Whiteley, three-pointer on the way, and is off the mark. Rebounded by London. London loses it, and they're going to say it came off of.
The refs are getting together here.
Say it went off of Fort Gibson last, so it'll be East Central's ball.
I think that was the right call, from my vantage point at least.
So 18-17.
I can't
East
sit
Central.
down, Eric. I'm going to just have to stand up and watch this.
Too exciting of a game. I don't blame you. Long three-pointer by Mitchell. Won't go. Robertson rebound on the backside, but turns it over on the pass. Whiteley has it up top of the key. She'll dish it off to Hannah Johnson. Johnson goes up, but gets tomahawked as she goes up, and that will be on, they're going to call it on 32 Robinson.
Coach Pitts has made a little adjustment. He's taken his guard, that zero, off the ball, put her on the wing to kind of extend that, put a score up top to kind of extend before it gets, make them extend that defense. Maybe get his guard going into the gaps a little bit better.
I guess the bench for East Central was stomping their feet, and he said stop. Almost had a player walk out on the floor. Ties it up 18-all with Hannah Johnson's free throw. She missed the first one, hit the second one.
See, now they flatten it back out with her up top. Nice.
Nice kick out. Three-pointer on the way, won't go. Rebound by Danielle Johnson. Wofford, three-pointer is good. Emma Wofford steps in with a 1-2-3. Buries that one, 21-18. Three-point on the way and wouldn't make it. Rebounded by Bailey London, and that was Griffin that shot it. Johnson down low, off the top of the rim.
Oh, she carved out that backside rebound.
Yeah. Hannah Johnson gets a tie-up ball after her rebound. Possession goes to East Central, 21-18.
Coach London over there is begging his girls to get to the high post.
Armstead drives a floater once again. This one doesn't drop. Last one did.
Oh, she's got a deflection.
Armstead is very, very quick.
She plays at her own pace. She's under control. Fort Gibson very patient in this game so far.
Trying to get it down the bottom, and they do.
Yeah, they use that little mid-post action slice off the backside to bury the backside wing and get their big on a wing.
Ariana Mack called for the foul. That's her first personal, fourth on the team. Danielle Johnson for Fort Gibson at the line. Free throw, first one does not go in. Johnson's second one goes off and will not go in. Rebounded by Kiara Mitchell. Armstead kicks it out this time to Mitchell. Three-pointer, nope, won't go. Rebound by Bailey London. Kenzie London's three won't go. Rebound by Bailey London. Three-point on the way by Kenzie London. Bounces off, no good. Rebound by Blakely. Nice hustle play, but couldn't get the ball to stay in bounds with them.
The ball stayed in bounds. It was her right toe that she couldn't keep out. We get a little sideline out of bounds. Armstead's such a willing passer, man. She gets into the paint, and she's their leading scorer, but, boy, you can tell she's just a complete player.
Well, that's what I like about Armstead and Mitchell, both for East Central. They will score, but they will also pass the ball.
Good call. Can't bump her like that.
And Mitchell trying to do a layup. She gets bumped on the way up. They're going to call Emma Wofford for the foul. Be the fourth personal foul. Both teams have four. Mitchell at the line to shoot two. First one goes in.
Cut the lead to 2 here.
Second one goes down. 20-21. Fort Gibson is in the lead by 1.
East Central staying in their little 1-2-2 look.
Oh, bad pass. London trying to get it into Hannah Johnson.
Look at that. Oh.
I thought they were going to get a call for too many steps, and they're going to get a bump there. And that'll be the second on Wofford. So 15 foul.
I think. Did you see that? She tried to throw it off. The Fort Gibson girl's back was turned, so she tried to throw it off.
Ended up going to her player, and it nearly turned into a nice play.
Oh.
And they're going to get Danielle Johnson bumping number 42, Mitchell, out of bounds. So Danielle Johnson will pick up her first.
Mitchell's length has caused some issues since she's checked in.
Yes.
She's really done yeoman's work down there, just being big.
Pace has slowed down a lot more since it was in the first quarter. 3-point on the way, too much.
Good hustle.
Saved. Oh, it was a nice hustle by Armstead.
Oh, they missed her coming back into the corner.
Long three-pointer. Wow. Mitchell hit that one from the parking lot.
And I think that was a scouting report shot. Coach London just kind of shook his head. I think they're going to give her that all night long. They've been backing off her, trying to keep her out of the paint, which is a chore.
Right. 23-21. East Central now has a 2-point lead.
Good cut. Right to a corner three right
Kinsey,
there.
London bounces off the rim, won't go. Rebound by Watson, and they're going to call 15 Blakely for the hold. So Brianna Blakely, that's her second personal and the 5th team foul. Johnson with a turnaround one-hook shot.
Sky hook.
Sky hook is back, tied up once again, 23 all. Under 40 seconds to go before halftime. 3-point by Blakely, and off the rim won't go. Rebound by Bailey
rebound.
London. (16 seconds).
It's like Fort Gibson's trying to get.
They got the shot they wanted, but Danielle Johnson couldn't finish.
Maxwell, or 42 there, just was trailing her the whole time, and it came wide open.
Foul on Mitchell, and Danielle Johnson will go to shoot 2. She's not a strong free throw shooter.
We got 3 seconds left. Oh.
They call a no shot, so 23-23 will be
0-0, Eric.
At halftime, and I believe this game has lived up to the billing we thought it would be.
Yeah, man. Two worthy champions.
Going head to
They
head.
got hardware sitting at home in the trophy case, not afraid of one another, and they've been coming after one another, man. Southeast Spartans out here between games, or during the half here, getting some warm up. They played a.
All right, folks, we will take a break, be back in about 9 minutes. And for the second half, exciting second half coming up. Stay tuned.
Come back.
Keith Olmstead, Bedouin Shrine Tournament Director for the Bedouin Shrine Basketball Classic. I came into the Shrine in 2002, and I grew up, my father was a Shriner, and he came in 1980, which was the first year the tournament started, so I've basically been around it my whole life. This will be the 39th annual. The basketball tournament started in 1980 as a fundraiser to come up with a way to raise money to transport the burned and orthopedic children back and forth to the Shriners hospitals. At the current time, we have 22 hospitals that the Shriners operate free of charge, and we transport the kids free of charge. And this is the largest fundraiser that we do to be able to do that without asking the parents for any money. The basketball tournament is, we like the saying, it's kids helping kids. They get to play in the tournament, but in the same token, you know, by them playing and their fans coming and buying a ticket to come sit and watch, they are in turn helping us, so it's kids helping kids. We have that are actually involved in the tournament. There will probably be 150 different Shriners throughout helping to pull this off. It's not an easy undertaking to do. When you have 32 teams, that are guaranteed 3 games, that's a lot to handle. So we, in turn, you know, require a lot of assistance. So we ask the nobles, and they're all volunteers. You know, none of the Shriners ever get $1 out of this. All the proceeds from this tournament go strictly to transporting kids back and forth to the hospitals. But we have actually had, and if I'm not mistaken, like 32 kids, I think, that have actually been a Shrine patient and played in the Shrine tournament. And if they do that, if they are a Shrine patient and play in the tournament, we present them with a white jacket, which is an honor. If half of these schools, if they ever met those kids and knew their story and knew their struggles and how much the Shrine has helped, it really makes it well worthwhile. I mean, I understand that it's a lot of hassle for these schools to come, you know, to play, and the expense that goes with it. But like I said, if you talk to those children and their parents for what it's done for them and their lives and how much it's improved their way of life, it's well worth it. All the hours that I put in and all the other Shriners put in is nothing compared to what those kids have gone through. I mean, to my knowledge, there's not any other tournament out there that is strictly for a charity cause. And I mean, for us to be going into our 39th year and still going is something to be said, you know, and that means that the people, the community, everybody is focused on what it's for, and that's how we've sustained as long as we have.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to the Muskogee Civic Center. The large school girls championship game. We have two Titans that are going toe-to-toe. Fort Gibson Lady Tigers and the East Central Lady Cardinals. Scores tied 23-all. Fort Gibson has possession coming out of the break.
Short.
Way short. And Bailey London took the shot from the NBA line. Armstead drives, dumps it off inside of Robinson. Robinson can't hit. Whoa, gets the ball stolen away from her.
I'm telling you, Armstead could be a quarterback, Eric.
Yeah.
She throws a very catchable ball. Running a little overload series.
Down to Baker. Baker
kind of got hung up there, didn't she?
Kind of hung up, didn't know what to do with the ball. Now they flip it. Danielle Johnson up high. Baker's going to drive, loses the ball. Can't do that, just flat lost it. Now you have Armstead, 1-on-3 break. She's going to throw it up. Wow. How in the world does she get that to drop?
She's a scorer, man. She is a scorer. What's the old saying? She's got a nose for it, a knack.
She's got a knack. Whiteley will drive, and Whiteley will get one to drop as well. Zoe Whiteley has a score notched up once again.
Yeah, we should have been keeping track of the lead changes, ties.
Right.
She stepped right into that one.
Yep, and nearly pulled that one off. Danielle Johnson in a tussle on the floor. Ball's
buddy,
now
she's
loose.
tough as nails. She's not going to get out fought on that floor.
Nope.
Again, I think it's in the scouting report to let her shoot that shot. They're desperately trying to keep her out of the paint.
Yeah. Bailey London picks up her second personal. Another three-point attempt by Mitchell. Now she's hit one of those.
Yeah.
But she's taken about 5. She takes them. I mean, they're almost in the NBA range, or they are in, behind that green line. Three-point on the way by London. It's off. Bounces off the right iron.
She got a piece of the paint and found the drift into a step-in three.
Mitchell trying a three, and she hits that one from way beyond the three-point line.
From the corner.
Fort Gibson's going to take a full timeout. They want to talk about this, and we'll talk about Bravado Wireless on this full timeout and tell you why you need to switch to us.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
I think what Coach London wanted to talk to him about, I don't think he's so concerned of Mitchell hitting those three-pointers from the parking lot. What he's concerned is his offense is not setting up like he wants. And he's having to do a lot of adjustments down here and getting them in their correct spaces.
Yeah.
He was on Danielle Johnson there coming off the floor, but she wasn't getting where she needed to be. So Tigers down by 3, 5:17 to go in the third period.
Well, he's tweaked his. That time, instead of having they had a 2-guard front with a 3 set down low, almost mirroring the zone, and just outnumbered them underneath.
Robinson gets it blocked from behind by Whiteland, then a tie-up with Bailey London. And Fort Gibson faithful don't like that call, say there should have been a foul. Ball will stay with East Central.
Fort Gibson in a 2-3 zone.
And turned right into Bailey London, and 30-second timeout to save that when London had nowhere to go after the ball was stolen mid-pass. So London's gonna, that was just to save possession.
Yeah, on that one, she was hung up there. East Central had her kind of dead to right, so to speak, and 28-27 with the possession, maybe go up 4 with a 3-2, you know, going up 3.
28-27, East Central leads. East Central, the defending 5A state champion. Fort Gibson, the defending 4A state champion. Down to Johnson. Johnson turned around. She got fouled from behind. I think it's going to be on Robinson. And
yeah,
it is.
That little tweak to how Coach London's attacking the zone these last couple trips down. Let's see if Coach Pitts will adjust that. They're going to a 2-guard front and then just 3 across the baseline, 2 on the wings. Basically a 1-3-1 set.
Now, that got 3 fouls on Robinson. Robinson's now going to set. And
now they gave 42 gave him really, really good minutes in the first half.
And that's Kieran Mitchell. Danielle Johnson hits her first free throw of the game, and that will tie the game. Armstead drives and gets caught in traffic. They're going to say she walked. And
I think Coach Pitts disagrees with that.
I think he does disagree with that. Danielle Johnson way off on her mark. And they're going to call
a blocking foul. No, it happened before. It was a good call.
But that'll be Whiteley's 3rd personal foul.
Now it's Coach London's turn to disagree with the call.
No, they excuse me. They called that 32 on Kinsey London. Okay.
Yeah, it was on the floor before the shot. She kind of hip checked her.
And nice floater by Armstead. Johnson there.
And they're right back up, man.
Turn around off the glass. Three-pointer from way out there, and she hits her 3rd three-pointer, 2nd of this quarter. And Mitchell gets down there. So 5 points by Mitchell in the last 5 seconds.
I'm struck by these, both teams, how the ball just moves. They trust each other so much, man. A lot of times you'll see teams where you'll say, why didn't he pass it to him? And maybe somebody that's watched him a bunch said, well, he doesn't really trust him. Right. You can tell it doesn't matter who this is. They're making the right pass. It's fun to watch games like this.
Now, that time was Baker, had an open layup, missed it, gets a rebound, and gets fouled from behind. And that is, they're going to call that on 15 Blakely, and that's Blakely's 3rd foul. And Baker will shoot a pair. Somehow.
Shooter's roll.
Pretty sure, I thought that one was going to bounce to the right, and it went to the left. So checking back in is Robinson for the Cardinals. Robinson has 3 fouls. And second one goes in. 3-point advantage, Cardinals. So Armstead picks.
Who'd they call that on? Okay.
I don't. Trying to see who they called that on. They haven't put it up on the board.
I think it was on 30. I think they called it on 33.
Danielle Johnson, that's her second foul.
Ooh, look at that. Get the extra, just that little bit of she squeezed through that little double team block out. Got a hand on it, knocked it off Fort Gibson. Those are big plays, man. Winning plays.
That starts adding up at the end of the game. East Central will take a full timeout. They want to talk about it, and we're going to show you a commercial talk about Bravado Wireless, why you need to switch to them, and they can save you some money.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Folks, do check out Bravado Wireless and find a store near you. We support your local schools, and we are a proud sponsor of the Shrine Tournament. Proud major sponsor. But go see what we can do for you to save you some money. And you can keep your phone number. 35-32. East Central has the ball underneath their basket, or underneath the Tigers' basket, excuse me. Yep, gonna get called for travel.
Yeah, that was a good call there.
(35-32), 2:15 left in the third period. Cardinals are up. Baker down low, trying to get to Johnson, couldn't get it over to her.
Bucket. Oh, that looked good,
rimmed
man.
right out, and that was Bailey London's three-point that wouldn't go. Armstead, three-point, way overshot. And they're going to call, I believe, number 12. Let's see who they decided. Foul was on 23, Journey Elliott. Elliott's first and the second, third team foul of this half.
Nice find.
I thought Wofford was going to pull the trigger on that three, and she couldn't do it, and she walked.
Game's kind of settled into, hit a little bit of a lull here.
It has. I think they burnt a lot of energy in that first quarter especially.
And then right at the beginning of this quarter, both teams, they were just going at it. Ooh, she almost drug it. I think she kept the heel down.
Long three-pointer, short.
It was a pass.
It was a pass down low to Journey Elliott. Elliott couldn't do anything with it. Now the Lady Tigers have it after a missed shot. And got her hands up, tipped the pass away. Turnover, Cardinals have it. Mitchell in the corner. Three-pointer is good once again.
She's got all 8 of their last points, doesn't she?
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She has 11 points in the third quarter alone.
Oh, nice move.
Nice
Good
move
step
by
through.
Hannah Johnson.
She attacked the closeout there, a little step through, and got a layup for it.
8-point game, 14 seconds in the third quarter. Armstead up top. Three-point attempt by Mitchell. Well, she is, and that should have been over the back, and they will call that. And that'll be Mitchell's second foul.
They're going to extend their defense a little bit.
4 seconds. Cardinals up by 8, or by 4, excuse me.
So much emotional energy. These kids, they always say kids, other kids, they can run all day long. They played their third day in a row. It's a lot of emotional investment by these kids,
Right.
And then to play at this level, and make no mistake, this game's being played at a high level, You'd expect to see a game like this in the state tournament, 2 teams of this quality, and they're really going after one another. So I think the last 3 minutes of that period, both teams were just at the end of an emotional energy cycle.
You see our Bravado guys throwing the shirts out. Now we're going to look at some replays right here. Cardinals drive, kick it out, and it's a big three-pointer by Mitchell in that right corner. If you notice, she really likes that corner over there.
The corner threes San Antonio and Greg Popovich were so far ahead of the curve on that. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, they were really centering their offense around those corner threes. And it finally filtered into the college game 6-7 years ago. And now it's really taken hold. It's the shortest three. And by percentage, it's the highest percentage.
Right. But it's not always the prettiest.
No, it's not.
It's not the most desired three. Top of the key, I think, is the most.
A nice skip. Look at that.
Whiteley jumper, and she'll get fouled on the shot.
Well-coached teams, man, you can tell by how many times in an offensive possession the ball switches sides of the floor. That thing was switched 4 times that possession, and they attacked the closeout and got a piece of the paint. Now she's at the line. Coaches are always talking about swing the ball when they say they want you to swing it. They're trying to get you to get the defense to move side to side, and at some point they're going to make a mistake. And that last possession by Fort Gibson was a clinic in that.
Oh, thought she almost got away with the walk. Mitchell driving in. Johnson, nice rebound.
Now Fort Gibson with a chance to tie it here. Go ahead with the 3. Oh, good active hands there.
Good hands by Armstead. Danielle Johnson maybe got a little lackluster on the pass.
I think Armstead's tired, man. Coach Pitts may need to find a way to get her a break.
Nice save by London there. Oh, Johnson should have pulled the trigger on that one. Walford's going to drive and will get a foul on Blakely, and that's her 4th. Wofford hits them both. Ties the ball game back up 38-38. This one could come down who has the last possession.
I think it's going to be who can push through that emotional wall. Man, what a catch.
Yeah, Robinson, nice
what
catch.
What a catch.
Nice finish. That's her first field goal of the night.
She snatched that ball, buddy.
And I think you're right. I think Armstead is tired. Three-pointer off the mark by London. And I think you're starting to see some sucking wind here.
Yeah.
Here it is right here. Robinson, nice snag. Wow. Steps in there, strong hands. She was a big player last night in a win last night. Her first bucket tonight just a while ago. 3-point on the way. Off, rebound Johnson. And I think you're right. They're going to let Mitchell shoot that long-range three-pointer.
Yeah, they're going to live with that. Little high-low action. Nice step through.
Nice. So Johnson will give Fort Gibson the lead, 40-38. Almost went in, rebound by Whiteley. You almost forget to commentate. You want to sit here and be a fan and watch.
Yeah. Hey, make no mistake about it, I'm a fan. This is a big-time game, man. Little high-low action
Johnson wide
again.
open underneath. So now a 2-point lead.
4 straight points for Johnson just off that little high-low action, getting the defense stretched out, going in and on the little slice cut with the big. Man, that's a heck of a catch.
So 8 points this quarter by the Lady Tigers to come back and take the 42-40 lead. And Johnson, they've left her open. Look how open she was on that one. That was the time before. But then the following time down, she was,
she's moving on the catch. She knows where she's going, where it's open. And as the high post catches it, she's moving to that open spot and trusting that she's going to get the ball down there.
well, this game is what is supposed to be a championship game. Just like two boxers standing toe-to-toe.
Two big-time heavyweight boxers, man, because both these teams can play. You're going to see both these teams somewhere on that state bracket. Look at that.
Armstead kicked it outside. Nice move by her, but free throw or the three-pointer wasn't there for the Cardinals.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice pass. Unable to hold on to it was Danielle Johnson. They've got, it was Rashawn Griffin out front. Griffin with a pair to tie it back up.
Great patience for Fort Gibson this trip down. Looking for their shot.
Not forcing it right.
Yeah.
So Robinson picks up her 4th personal, 16 foul, and Kenzie London will go to the line to shoot her first free throws of the game. Second one up and good. 44-42. Armstead looking it over, kicks it out. Long three-pointer again by Mitchell, not there. Armstead with the rebound, slapped away, and it will be a jump ball.
Possession arrow, it's going to stay with East Central here.
So East Central will keep possession. But I think Armstead and even Mitchell a little bit, they're starting to look a little more gassed than what I've seen them. Let's put it that way.
Armstead has been at the top of that zone for East Central most of the night. She's been running around quite a bit.
Long three-pointer on the way, bounces back, rebounded by Wofford. Shot was taken by number 12, and that was Mack.
Now Coach Pitts has put Armstead at the bottom of the zone, trying to find her some relief. Nice
Bailey
fine
London
bucket.
and won't go. Rebound by Zoe Whiteley. She steps out, it's going to reset the offense.
That's one of those winning plays, man. She came from the top of it, and went and got that rebound.
Wofford, three-point on the way, off the glass, won't go. Whiteley got out, rebounded by Armstead. Armstead's going to run it, and that's going to be a charge. Be a charge as Kenzie London just parked down in the paint.
Let's watch this again.
Let's watch this replay. East Central may have a pretty good case there, Brian.
Yeah.
I know the Lady Tiger faithful won't agree with that, but you watch the replay.
For me, it was a no call.
Yeah.
Just leave that alone.
London drives, jumper is short. Armstead with the rebound. And they're going to call Whiteley for
the chase down.
The chase down slap from behind. That'll be Whiteley's third.
The East Central fan behind us says that's a makeup call.
So Whiteley has three on her. Blakely's three-pointer won't drop.
Now they're East Central extending the defense here. Oh.
Boy, that was close to being picked off by Mitchell. Got to get up the court. They got Bailey London up here. One-on-one underneath.
Nice find.
Was Daniel. Oh, and she gets slapped in the face. Wow. Missed a shot, took a haymaker to the face.
Yeah.
So Danielle Johnson, who has not been a very good free throw shooter tonight. That one will go in. Second one will go in. So 46-42, a 4-point advantage. Robinson will have a seat for the Cardinals. They're going to need her here coming back very quickly. Mitchell, long three-pointer wouldn't go. And they had Danielle Johnson alone in the paint, and Whiteley didn't see her. Got to get Armstead from behind, and I think if Armstead leaves her alone, she doesn't make that shot because they hit the bottom of the backboard.
She was expecting contact.
So Journey Armstead picks up her third personal foul, and she probably could have just waited because I think London was out of position for the shot. First free throw goes. Second one drops in. 48-42, 1:18 to go. Armstead drives uncontested, nice layup.
Coach Pitts gets a timeout.
And East Central will call a timeout, a full timeout. So we will take a timeout as well and catch our breath and tell you a little bit about Bravado Wireless.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Back to action here at Muskogee Civic Center. What a game we have, Brian. Large School Girls Championship. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Fort Gibson pushes out to a 48-44 lead. And now they're kind of extending their pressure into a 2-2-1. They got a deflection there.
Nice defense by the Cardinals to force a turnover.
The trust that these girls have for one another is amazing.
Armstead shot, and she will be fouled by Zoe Whiteley, I believe.
When she threw that ball, I did not think, I thought it was headed out of bounds. I thought it was going to hit one of those Shriners there on the baseline.
All right. Whiteley picks up her 4th personal foul. Under a minute, Armstead at the line to shoot 2. Calmly hits the first one.
Well, they're going to extend their defense again. Nope.
Second one won't go. Rebounded by
That's a travel.
Danielle Johnson, and London bumped into her. And
yeah, they both had possession of it.
down by 3.
Oh,
L almost there. Rebound by London.
Good rebound.
They will call the foul, I believe, on. They call it on Mack. And now we're at a double bonus situation. So London, who has been perfect from the line so far, will shoot 2.
And Coach Pitts over there, after that foul, buddy, he had a huge smile on his face.
Hits both of them. Moves the score to 5-point advantage, Fort Gibson, 45-50. Steal by London. What a great job. We got Johnson running down by herself. Layup by Johnson. Wow.
This has been the biggest lead for either team of the night. Oh, she got fouled.
And they're going to call a foul on Zoe Whiteley, I believe, and that will be her 3rd personal foul, and that will send
her 5th foul.
Yeah, I'm sorry, her 5th foul. That will send Mitchell to the line to shoot free throws.
Coach London just asked her, "What are you doing?" That girl plays so incredibly hard. She can't tell Coach London what she was doing in that moment. She was just hustling.
So they get 60 seconds to make a substitution change. And
the big thing about that is that she's her primary ball handler. Now, the London, she's been handling the ball quite a bit tonight, but obviously East Central's in a full court press situation.
First free throw up, and it's good. So that's definitely a factor here.
It's one less ball handler against their pressure.
do you almost just hold it and assume they're going to foul you?
With 16 seconds left and you're down 4, you don't really have time to trap. You know, you'll see a lot of teams with 20-plus seconds left. They won't foul right away because they're trying to get that quick trap.
Right.
And that, again, that's a coach's discretion. And a lot of times the coach will say, hey, if we can get this quick trap and we got a trap, let's not foul. You know, if we've got it covered on the backside, then let's see if we can force something real quick. If not, let's get a foul. The big thing is that the coach is right there, so he can tell him when he wants him to foul, if he wants him to foul.
4-point differential.
That's a veteran group, man. I mean, they're down 4 now, and there's not a whole lot of panic to them.
They were Tulsa East Central was up 38-34 at the end of 3. Score was tied 23-all at halftime, 15-15 at the end of the first quarter. So they've pretty much traded punches the whole way.
Now they're in a different look here. They're in a man-to-man type look.
Looking for a wide open man. They got Kinsey London, and quick foul on London. And it's, of all the ones on the floor, that's not the one you want to foul.
I think they were hoping that they throw the ball back to number 2 there and then get a foul.
Right. Well, I mean, Johnson or Wofford. Well, Wofford's hit all of her free throws. Johnson's the only one that's really kind of struggled. And that's Danielle Johnson. So Kinsey London at the line with a 4-point lead. She hits the first one. So now it changes it to a 3-pointer and a bucket. And now 2 3-pointers. Ideally to... So the fans are wanting to travel. That was kind of anybody's call right there.
Oh.
So Blakely will foul out. So that puts Kinsey London back to the line to shoot 2. (55-48).
Coach Pitts over there having a nice conversation with the ref, Al Thornton.
Thought that was going to go in there for a second. Mitchell's 3-pointer. But what a nice game. 48-55.
What a game, man.
Man, that's what it's all about right there. That was a heck of a game, 48-55, and your champion right there, Fort Gibson Lady Tigers. What a heck of a game. Folks, thanks for tuning in. And we're going to go crown the champion here and meet the champions and the runners-up. But stick around. We have a game coming up next. The Fort Gibson Tigers versus the Southeast Oklahoma City Spartans.
I'm Keith Olmstead, Bedouin Shrine Tournament Director for the Bedouin Shrine Basketball Classic. I came into the Shrine in 2002, and I grew up, my father was a Shriner, and he came in 1980, which was the first year the tournament started, so I've basically been around it my whole life. This will be the 39th annual. The basketball tournament started in 1980 as a fundraiser to come up with a way to raise money to transport the burned and orthopedic children back and forth to the Shriners hospitals. At the current time, we have 22 hospitals that the Shriners operate free of charge, and we transport the kids free of charge. And this is the largest fundraiser that we do to be able to do that without asking the parents for any money. The basketball tournament is, we like the saying, it's kids helping kids. They get to play in the tournament, but in the same token, you know, by them playing and their fans coming and buying a ticket to come sit and watch, they are in turn helping us, so it's kids helping kids. We have that are actually involved in the tournament. There will probably be 150 different Shriners throughout helping to pull this off. It's not an easy undertaking to do. When you have 32 teams, that are guaranteed 3 games. That's a lot to handle. So we, in turn, you know, require a lot of assistance. So we ask the nobles, and they're all volunteers. You know, none of the Shriners ever get $1 out of this. All the proceeds from this tournament go strictly to transporting kids back and forth to the hospitals. But we have actually had, and if I'm not mistaken, like 32 kids, I think, that have actually been a Shrine patient and played in the Shrine tournament. And if they do that, if they are a Shrine patient and play in the tournament, we present them with a white jacket, which is an honor. If half of these schools, if they ever met those kids and knew their story and knew their struggles and how much the Shrine has helped, it really makes it well worthwhile. I mean, I understand that it's a lot of hassle for these schools to come, you know, to play, and the expense that goes with it. But like I said, if you talk to those children and their parents for what it's done for them and their lives and how much it's improved their way of life, it's well worth it. All the hours that I put in and all the other Shriners put in is nothing compared to what those kids have gone through. I mean, to my knowledge, there's not any other tournament out there that is strictly for a charity cause. And I mean, for us to be going into our 39th year and still going is something to be said, you know, and that means that the people, the community, everybody is focused on what it's for, and that's how we've sustained as long as we have.